What if I told you that a video of a political candidate saying something outrageous might never have happened? In today's world, AI deepfakes have become sophisticated enough to fool not just viewers, but detection software too. According to a 2025 study from the University of the Sunshine Coast, some AI detection methods have a success rate as low as 50%. Today, you're going to learn the red flags that will help you spot these fakes before they go viral. We'll cover 3 visual cues, 2 audio red flags, and 1 simple context check. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. These are the same principles researchers at universities and AI security firms use every day. Whether you're scrolling social media during an election or evaluating a viral clip, you'll have the tools to separate fact from fear. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about visual detection. These are the 3 critical cues you can spot with your own eyes. The first visual cue is unnatural eye movement and blinking patterns. Deepfake models often struggle to generate eyes that move naturally or blink in a way that's consistent with human speech. Look for eyes that don't track smoothly when the head moves, or blinking that seems out of sync with natural pauses in their speech. A quick test for this is to play any video at half speed and just watch the eyes. Real eyes move fluidly. AI-generated eyes often have microsecond delays that become obvious when slowed down. The second visual cue is inconsistencies in facial boundaries and skin texture. AI has a hard time with the transitions between hair and skin, with the fine details of ears, and with keeping lighting consistent across the face. So what should you look for? Blurry or softened edges around the hairline, jaw, or ears. Skin texture that looks unnaturally smooth or seems to shift in close-ups. And teeth that look a little too perfect or plasticky. A quick test for this is to simply zoom in on the person's ears and hairline. Real video maintains consistent detail. Deepfakes often blur or distort these specific areas. The third visual cue is temporal inconsistency. That's a fancy way of saying frame-to-frame shifts. Even if it's almost invisible, a deep-faked video can have subtle shifts in face shape, head position, or the background between frames. You might see a slight flicker or jittering in the person's face, or you might notice expressions that transition unnaturally, skipping the small micro-expressions that a real person would make. A quick test for this is to watch for any micro-stutters in the video. Real video plays smoothly, while deepfakes sometimes reveal these generation artifacts as the frames transition. Now let's move on to audio detection. Sometimes your ears can pick up what your eyes miss. Here are 2 key red flags. The first audio red flag is tonal shifts and unnatural prosody. Synthetic speech, or AI voice cloning, still struggles to match the natural rhythm, intonation, and emotional inflection of a real human voice. Listen for sudden shifts in tone that don't match the speaker's typical pattern, or speech that just sounds robotic and has an unusual cadence. A quick test for this is to close your eyes and just listen. Does the rhythm and emotion sound like how this person normally speaks? Deepfakes often sound slightly off in a way you can't immediately define, but it feels unsettling. The second audio red flag is background noise and timing anomalies. AI-generated audio often has subtle inconsistencies in the background, timing delays between the lip movement and the speech, and even unnatural static. Listen for background noise that suddenly changes or disappears mid-sentence, and watch for lip sync delays. Real video has a very tight sync, but deepfakes can sometimes have a delay of 50 to 200 milliseconds. It's barely noticeable, but it's there. Finally, even if a deepfake is technically perfect, it can often be exposed by the most powerful tool you have, contextual verification. This is the smart observer's check. First, ask yourself, Does this align with what we already know? Is the content consistent with the person's known positions, their speaking style, and their past statements? Deepfakes are often created to show someone saying something shocking or completely out of character. If you see that, your first step should be to cross-reference the claim with 3 independent, credible news sources. If no legitimate outlet is covering it, be skeptical. Second, ask, where did this come from? Did it originate from the person's official social media channels or a major news network? Or is it spreading like wildfire from an account with no history and an unclear source? Authentic political content has a clear attribution chain. Deepfakes often spread through fragmented networks and bot accounts designed for political fear-mongering. And third, ask yourself, what is the emotional response this video is designed to trigger? Does it make you angry, outraged, or shocked? Deepfakes are weaponized to provoke emotional reactions that bypass our critical thinking. If your first instinct is outrage, that's a signal to pause before you share. Take 30 seconds to verify. This simple habit is the best way to stop misinformation. So let's put it all together in a quick decision tree you can use in under a minute. 1. Do the eyes and facial boundaries look unnatural? If yes, be skeptical. 2. Does the audio sound off, or is there a lip sync delay? If yes, be skeptical. 3. Does this align with the person's known positions? If no, be skeptical. 4. Is this from an official or credible source? If no, be skeptical. 5. Am I feeling an extreme emotional reaction? If yes, pause. If you get 3 or more skeptical checks, wait for professional fact-checkers to verify the video before you even consider sharing it. If you want professional-level analysis, there are tools that can identify AI generation patterns. But honestly, these 5 checks will catch most deepfakes before they fool you. The key is simply asking the right questions before you share. So here's the summary in 3 sentences. Political deepfakes exploit 3 channels. They look slightly off, they sound slightly off, and they often say something contextually shocking. Your superpower isn't complex analysis. It's pausing, noticing that off feeling, and verifying before you share. Here's your first action step. The next time you see a viral political video that seems outrageous, run through the 5 checks we just covered. Spend 30 seconds on verification. This single habit will protect you and your network from spreading harmful misinformation. The truth is, you don't need a PhD in artificial intelligence to spot deepfakes. You just need a healthy dose of skepticism, a few red flags to watch for, and the discipline to verify. In an era where anyone can generate a convincing fake, the people who pause and ask questions become the gatekeepers of truth. That person can be you, starting right now. What's one visual or audio cue from this video that surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if you've encountered something you thought was a deepfake, share that experience too. Let's build a community of critical thinkers. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on navigating our digital world. For a list of the studies and resources mentioned in this video, check out the links in the description below. Thank you for watching. You've got this. Verify before you share.